What's good, guys? I don't even really know how to start this, you know what I'm saying? We're in first quarter of 2020 and we're approaching March, meaning like it's like the 5-year anniversary since I've even started music, since I started my career. And I've just been sitting here, you know, reflecting on everything that I've done, you know, this whole time. And it's just like, you know, a lot has happened. And it's definitely, you know what I'm saying, truly insane. And I wanted to put this together just to show people, you know, how much work I put in to get to the position I'm in now. And just basically to reflect. And I think it's just a real beautiful thing. You know, it's still very early on. It's still the beginning. But this is just something that I wanted to do for a very long time. And, you know, what better time is there to do it than now, you know? You know, as I've grown older, I've really grown to believe that, you know, the world, it knew what I was gonna become before I even knew. It's like this whole thing has been a subconscious situation, you know? I feel like, you know, as Russ would say, the music bug, it really bit me, you know, really early on in my life. If you're looking here at this picture, you see me, this was in 2009. I was like 12 years old. At this point, I remember like writing my first rap here in 2009, and it wasn't something that serious at the time, but it was just something that I just did for fun. From what I can remember, music didn't really cross my mind in 2010, but the bug did bite me again in 2011 around this time. I look pretty fucking funny, but it bit me again, and I ended up writing another rap again in 2011. 2 more years passed, 2012, 2013, the music bug did not bite. Here we are again in 2014 when I was 16 years old in high school in the 10th grade. It bit me again. And then this was kind of like the calm before the storm, before it really bit me for good. You know, here we are in this picture. This was around March 2015 when it bit me, and that was like the start of like everything. Around March 2015 in this picture right here, I remember like seeing pictures of like Tyga in 2015, like taking pictures with like lions and shit, and just looking really rich, and like it seemed to be a great lifestyle. And I told myself, I was like, you know what, I want that. And I felt like if I put my mind to it, I could make that possible, and I could do it, and I could become that kind of a person and reach that level. As I listened to his music, I just really thought it was dope, and I thought it was something I could do if I could just learn how to do it. So it all started with me like writing, and I started writing paper after paper, and then I did that pretty much throughout all of March 2015, and you know, within a couple weeks I had a bunch of fucking papers. Paper after paper, I ended up falling in love with writing music in general, and I haven't looked back since.
That's what I got going right now. About 4 different songs. Serious about this shit. That's all my hard work. On top of all of these papers.
There I was standing in April 2015, having probably a couple hundred papers to my name, and I thought to myself, I'm a rapper now, even though I sucked back then.
Nothing but a whole bunch of sequels. Nowadays they busting heads, turning.
This picture here was taken in June 15 when the bug bit me again. I had taken a trip out to LA in early June 2015, and I kind of fell off with the music, and I don't know what happened at that period in time, but I was writing and then I just somehow stopped. But I remember coming back home from my trip and just thinking to myself, like, you know, this is my 11th grade summer, like, I'm about to graduate next year, I gotta figure this shit out. And I remember I heard another song by Tyga called Dad's Letter, and that song, like the beat and the flows were just kicking so hard, it really inspired me. And then I went back to the desk and I got back to work.
This shit constantly never giving, never caring, I'm doing this. All my beats that I got my producer to make.
Acknowledge me, all this blood smoke.
It was funny because this night, you know, it wasn't even my show. It wasn't like I wasn't headlining. I was with some old friends performing a song that we did together, and I remember I had my chain on stage and it broke. It was like the most embarrassing experience ever.
All in search, money to earn, trying to be first. All in a race of circles all around the earth. accent on me like fashion. Dollar bill assassin edition and fractions coming in quick.
After I dropped my first music video, as you see here, I had 71 subscribers. You know, as they say, you gotta start somewhere. Make every second count. This was my first album back in 2016. Looking back on it now, it was complete trash and it was horrible. But at the time, it seemed amazing, and I remember I felt like I knew what I was doing back then. But like Russ would say, delusion is key.
So last night we finished the album. That's coming out Friday, May 6th.
Windowed Soul. I remember when I dropped this project, it wasn't too different from my first project, but I remember I was just in a rush to put some new music out, and so I did.
Just got to the Google headquarters. All top to bottom, hydraulics. Addicted to my own taste. Every day, rapper.
Usually they want it to be perfect, but I'm gonna try to see how I really.
This night was cool. I had a DJ reach out to me, asking me if I wanted to be a part of a showcase, and being that, you know, I was the artist with the most buzz within everybody, he let me perform 3 songs versus everyone else could do 2. And looking back on it, it was an embarrassing experience, but I did my thing that night though. My grandma came, my homie was there, we traveled out to Fayetteville in Arkansas. It was pretty cool.
Metallic Alec, life-changing video. We're buying the first thing we need for the video.
Life changer. The very first music video that I ever edited myself. Looking back on it, was complete trash, but at the time it felt cool.
Just need help. In the heights 18, man, looking down I see the rocks, looking up I see the stars, smell the rights on my one, here and let this fire on.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
4 of his other fans. Alright, got it.
Alright, cool.
So a new day comes with pressure and I'm feeling feeling deeper than ever whenever the storm comes with thunder, feeling surrounded.
Moderately prolific. It'll be dropping tomorrow.
You know that you say, authentic achieve, you want them in your place, no B, no BS, being blind for the test, never can have it, let me rephrase.
Moderately prolific. Looking back on that project, I love the title, but you know, at that time it was 2016. I still sucked, and it took a long time to practice, and at that point I was very hungry. Here I was on my 19th birthday. I wanted to prove to everyone how serious I took my brand, and so I got it tatted on my fucking neck.
Comprehension, told him my story, how I'm really moderately prolific, and how you can just anyone in any type of sentence. Distance and how I'm near it, but listen, my name it glistens like diamonds with a heist that went missing. 12, 15 time, will I cry, will I rhyme, will I climb, headed way to the top, will I climb, that's never how.
It seems like it's taking some, like usually that comes up, but right now it's taking its time because it knows that I'm excited. Create Station, Metallic Alec, Metallic Alec Radio.
That motherfucker, what it's like where I.
We out here in Memphis, Tennessee, on set of music, my 8th music video, my introduction, the 2nd music video of this year. It's the introduction to a new music.
Mountain, that never ends, while they shouting, I hope it bends, like music.
This is insane, bro. What's up here?
Looking back on my past, man, and turn to my future, looking straight, looking back at it. Thinking that you on too, laugh at you, man, you need to take a seat, dude, cause now that things change, you wanna be around. All up in my face, I suppose you ask around, I'm bound with my sound. Risking it all, with a perspective, I've been there, I've done that, now it's where I'm headed, my eyes on the other side seem so reflective like Kanye's, your prize, better come here, reflection. If you won't take me back, then you gotta hear me out before I split the track and never look back. But if you will, then we together on the map like a train.
It's exhausting, but this is what comes with this life. Like, you just gotta work for what you want, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's how it is. Like, like all the people in the future, like y'all gonna see what's up. Like all the people that are choosing to sleep, you know what I'm saying? I would just say better wake up, cause I'm coming hardcore, you know.
What's up, guys? I go by the name of Alec, 19-year-old hip hop artist, just moved to Carbondale. You know what I'm saying? Very grateful and very blessed to be here. And I'm gonna play a song for y'all.
My first time walking into the studio.
Swear to you, I know the game. Them other women don't feel the same. No strings.
Checking in, you know what I'm saying? We're working on my new single, Evolve. The last.
What we got is price.
Nah, we gotta read it down.
You just turn it down, right? Blessed to be there. I remember days nobody didn't care. Now I'm alone. I lost all my friends. I'm doing these drugs, and so I pretend.
Getting my first blog post here was quite an exciting experience at the time. I remember I was very thrilled. I feel like the track is perfect enough. I'll take it to the studio and my engineer Ralph will mix it. You know, we do our thing. It's typically maybe 3 to 5 to 1,000 a track. Y'all can literally go back and watch like the episodes from last year and like see me recording in my grandma's house. Like, it's crazy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Metallic Alec. Metallic Alec. Happy birthday to you. And many more, little man. Make a wish.
Album cover. What's good, guys? Just checking in, you know what I'm saying? I just turned 20 yesterday, and I just want to say, like,
I can see your beauty running deep in your soul. You ain't never got a trip. I ain't talking with Nicole. Got love for you, babe.
we have to officially stamp. Let's stamp it together on 3. 1, 2, 3, stamp. That album is officially done. Just now leaving the studio. It's Christmas. It's all snowing and shit. We just finished the album. It's officially done. December 25th, 2017. My first album. Lonely but Loyal, boy. Came out of the studio and it's all snowing. It's a Tacoma Dome. And I just want to say one day in the future I'm going to come back and I'm going to sell out that arena.
Lonely but loyal. A lot went into this project. You know, I worked in a supermarket for 6 months to come up with money to pay for studio time. At that time, to work on that album, I was working in a big studio with the engineer, and it was a fun experience at the time. Looking back on it, I was just kind of starting to get the hang of music.
You don't get it cause I'm different, you can't stare. Boy, that's real shit, no matter where I'm at. You wanna count me out, you better count the plaques. Do it in advance, be smart with it. I'll go ballistic, I'm so committed. Stay dedicated while they all hate it. I knew a girl when I seen you, it was first sight. You picked me up from the airport, I was fresh up off of my plane flight. I mean, damn.
So guys, checking in, you know what I'm saying? Vlog footage exclusively, we're here in Seattle. I'm over here shooting a new music video, making the scenes all day. They're coming together pretty good. Just wanna take a break and get some footage, man.
I don't get it cause I'm different, you can't stare. Boy, that's real shit, no matter where I'm at. You wanna count me out, you better count the plaques. Do it in advance, be smart with it. I'll go ballistic, I'm so committed. Stay dedicated while they all hate it. Now
Bitch, you better find out the time I was mine, you the weapon. This boy straight in 2027 with a brush, got paint on the inside.
Facebook just hit 23,000 likes. Thank you, can't wait till we hit 1 million.
thoughts are running fast, really out of breath. You in the car straight pulling off.
I haven't memorized the second verse yet, but I'm about to start working on that shit.
Man, she ain't tryna fight, she tryna go crazy, she tryna get lost. She online waiting, she getting pissed off.
Where the fuck?
Then I get a text, you like, who is she? Even though I'm really not the one to cheat, but I blame you, but I accuse you. What the fuck am I doing? What I'm saying to you?
Subconscious, you know, was just the next step for me. You know, I tried to expand myself on that project and do different vibes from like pop to like R&B to rap shit, but I did my thing on there, but looking back on it, that was definitely not it.
Factions, I'm blasting because of fractions. I imagine that there's more than just drugs and cash in these rings.
I haven't written this song yet because, to be honest, I get the chills when I hear this shit. Like, I'm nervous to write this song. This song's gonna be some deep ass past shit. Like, remember this shit. Nervous to write this shit, that's why I haven't written it yet, but it's coming though.
That song might blow up, cause it's gonna be so crazy, you never know. Blow up, cause it's gonna be so crazy.
Another soul, cause they never will believe it. To this day, she fucking hates him, can't believe he's still breathing. Jane, why you do that to her? Why you give her pain? Why you break her heart? She ain't deserved it, but you confirmed it. I don't understand, but I know it wasn't worth it. When I found love, I met a girl.
After putting out Painful, it really did its thing, and I think it's insane on how fast it grew and how it took off and how it became my first video to reach 1 million views. But it's like, if you set your mind to something, you could do anything, and it's just beyond insane what that song did and how it reached and helped so many people. It's just it's insane. Even had to do balloons to celebrate. I told myself, I remember we went to Party City and I couldn't afford the big balloons, so I went with the small ones, and that wasn't even a one, that was a I mean, it got me enough out there, and I finally got verified on Instagram, which was an incredible experience.
Women and men through his music. Alec Griffin, also known as rapper Metallic Alec of Southwest Little Rock, says it wasn't always easy growing up, and when his girlfriend shared with him a story about being abused as a child, he felt that he had to do something, so he used his strongest tool, his voice.
So I want to help people, I want to help the world. I see all the bad and everything that's going wrong, and I want to do what I can to help, and if it can save lives, that's really important for me.
Tell you what, people are taking notice. Alec's latest song, titled Painful, has received over 1 million views. You can head over to krk.com. There we've got more about the young artist and a link so you can hear some of his music. Go check it out.
This is what happens when you chase your dreams and you follow your dreams and you work hard. You get to do what you want, travel the world and have freedom.
I'm a fan of Metallic Alec, and I met him here at the Manchester airport, and I got a tattoo.
Eyes Wide Shut, my most recent project. I did my thing on there. It had a bunch of good songs that I look back on, like, you know, Drifting or Painful or Envy or Dear Alec or Let Me In. A bunch of good songs, and I feel like that's going to be my last project for a while, probably until my debut album whenever I, you know, get with the label, because I want to take the single route and do single after single from now on, you know?
You was made for me, I wasn't made for you. You really played to me, well I dated you. No, 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 no. 6 months later.
City of dreams right here.
I've been doing like what I can, got a bad bitch when I wanna taste. You tryna dish, you think you hard, I'll take your bitch and I'll fuck her face. But I really gotta go, but you really gotta know I've been on the road like that. Ayy, you don't know about that. Ayy, a lot of time I sacrificed it. Everything really got divided. My old friends, old bitches, like sometimes I be thinking about it, did they really change? But I really doubt it, like damn. I'm on the way to 100 mil in my bank account. Everybody wanna say they want it, I'm all alone, I don't see them now. But that's how it goes when you chasing your dreams. Aside from these hoes, this is really what it seems. Been instructed, if you ain't trying to own it, then you someone I can't fuck with. Of course I need a bitch, but not a bitch to be stuck with. And I've been going too fast, tryna slow down, I can't do that. Too fast, you oughta know, this my life, I gotta go. I've been going too fast, tryna slow down, I can't do that. Too fast, you oughta know, this my life, I gotta go.
Man, so if you made it this far, man, just not really appreciate you for tuning into my vlogs and my documentary, just my career in general. You know, it's people like you that made it possible for me to get to where I'm at now. And it's, you know, looking back, you know, I put in a lot of work to get to where I'm at now. You know, this has been my come up, and I'm still in my come up. I haven't, you know, blown up to become a mainstream artist yet. And it's like, I think what's beautiful is, you know, I'm only 22 and I've done all that. I did all that, you know, between the ages of 17 and 22. It was a long 5 years, but I'm just, you know, just looking back and seeing all that I did, it makes me extremely confident for my future and other things that I want to do that I haven't done yet, you know, such as, you know, I want to, let me just kind of like say this, like just tell the universe, you know, I want to partner and do a profit split deal with some type of label and get like a distribution deal to get, you know, songs to have hits, you know, to get worked and get songs all over the radio, songs with hundreds of millions of views and streams. I want that. I want to start touring. I want to work my way from like 200 cap rooms to evolve my way to arenas. I want to travel the world. I want Grammys. I want platinum albums. I want platinum songs, gold. I want plaques. I want it all. You know what I'm saying? I want the whole fucking lifestyle. And I feel like if I keep applying myself and I keep working, that I will make it there. But just with time, you know, it is 2020 now. We have stepped into a new decade, and I feel like this will be the decade that a lot of things happen for me. And you know, I feel like just these last 5 years, I proved a lot. You know, I proved that I'm worth it. I proved that I'm going to work and I'm not going to stop. I proved that I'm not a flop. I proved that I'm really passionate about this, and it's a real thing for me. And you know, I'm just looking forward to, you know, it being 2030 and just me sitting in that chair, just looking back like you know, the recent Drake interview, just looking back on the whole career, like, damn, I did that shit. It's like, I want to be in that position, and I feel like I'm gonna make it there, and I'm gonna do it. And it's just all about having that delusion. It's about having that foresight and that confidence and that self-belief that you could do it. Because, you know, the things that I've accomplished now, you know, 5 years ago I looked up and it was like, damn, I wish I could be there. And then now I'm here, and now I'm looking up there like, damn, I want to be there. So it's like, it's just like a non-stop train, you know, or a non-stop, whatever, how you want to put it. But it's crazy. But I appreciate you guys for supporting me, and I hope you keep riding with me. And I'm looking forward to watching this 10 years from now to see if I accomplished what I said I wanted to.